have to keep balancing my phone on its stand. Got a three-legged stand for filming, and one of the legs just broken off, so it's only a two-legged stand now, and that don't work. So I'm balancing stuff, so you have to excuse if the phone falls over or anything. Just get that on my shoulder. Hello, Dexter. Hello.
Hello, mate.
Alright.
We're just going to pop into town.
Okay. Right, you're going to sit. You're going to sit. Good boy.
Oh, look what you're getting, you're spoiled.
I know. Yeah, but you're worth spoiling, aren't you? Yeah. Good boy. No, sit. Good boy. There we go.
There you go.
There you go. Good boy.
So I'll get this beast round the block.
Okay.
And then get into town,
Yeah.
I'll come back and then...
Yeah, I've got the box of tricks out ready.
And then we'll have to Google, won't we?
Yes.
Don't even know what I'm doing. Well, it'll come up what's wrong, won't it?
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, mate.
Alright.
How you getting on with the old Beamer?
Alright, I'm just preparing it for putting my new exhaust on.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right, mate.
Alright, Lee.
I shall see you later.
Okay.
Thank you for the treat.
That's alright. I could throw you a biscuit. Ah, forgot I was still recording. Maybe the editor will edit that out.
All my friends know the low rider. The low rider is a little higher.
Welcome back to One Grumpy Old Man and his classics. So, in this video we're going to be tackling the exhaust issues that I've been plagued with since I've got the BMW back on the road. Let's see how it goes, shall we? Well, auto dock delivery today. Hasn't survived very well in its journey from Germany to the UK. Let's hope that nothing's fallen out. So let's have a look inside, make sure. I know it's obviously a couple of exhausts in there, but there should be a bag of other stuff that I ordered. So let's hope it's all in there. So I'm going to open it up and we'll have a little look inside, make sure everything's there. You're probably wondering, well no, you're probably not, you've probably got a good idea, but it's time to attack the exhaust on this. Good, very good condition downpipe I bought second hand off a company called Fritz Bits. And then I've got first box and second box. The rear box I believe is okay, so I'm going to reuse that. And at the time I couldn't get a rear box. I should keep my eye open. I know they come up occasionally, you know, aftermarket ones, new. So when one comes up, I'll buy it. So, but yeah, so this morning we'll be attempting to try and replace this exhaust, and once and for all there'd be no more need for me to keep bodging the joint, and that'll be that job ticked off. So yeah, car's on ramps at the front, axle stands at the back, so it's all perfectly safe and secure. I've been juicing up all the nuts and bolts and that. We'll just have to see, won't we, if they they all give up their fight against all the rusty threads. So let's take it down there and have a look. So that's the two new boxes. I need to go and grab the downpipe. So I've got a selection of tools and stuff. I'm all ready, I think. Got everything I need. Let's see how it goes. On another note, I don't know whether you can see it, but by God, cars are dusty. Shouldn't complain. I know it's to do with the weather, but dusty. Anyway, don't know whether you're going to be able to see up in there, but I can't focus. Too much stuff in the way. But where the downpipe connects up to the manifold, I have juiced all the nuts up the best I can. So let's hope they all crack off nicely. Not worried about any other nuts and bolts because they can be replaced easily, but the studs is my biggest concern. So let's have a look. And we're back. So I've procured some new clamps. So when I put it all back together, I'm going to have everything I need. So, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I've got that bloody snap nut stuck in that socket. There we go. Let's get all this off. I'm probably going to end up dropping this all off as a complete item because I don't know whether I'm going to get these out again. And I know the rear section will come undone reasonably well, you know, splitting it. So let's just get all these clamps off. At least you won't see this mess under here anymore. Let's maybe put a bit of light on there so you can, that'll help. There we go. This was just a total bodge, but that was all I had really. So let's put more clamps on this exhaust and you can shake a stick at. That's going to look a lot better afterwards. So I might have to get my hammer out and give all this a good smack to release everything. Let's just put these nuts on there just so they don't get lost. They might come in useful in the future. You know, they've got lots of exhaust putty and stuff on, but I can clean these up, you know. They can go in my come in handy bits box. I think we've all got that, and we come in handy bits that we keep forever and then never end up using. I think this. Let's just loosely reassemble that. Right, I can't remember. That's not that one. I'm hoping it's that one. No, that's too big. I can't remember what size that was. Whether that was a 13 or slightly bigger. Yeah, it is. If I've got enough sockets down here to find one that's going to fit. 14. What's that? So that's 15. Right. I'm going to have to go and get a 15, and I'm going to have to move down a bit further and loosen off the rear box. So let's just move some stuff out of the way and move on down this way. Right. Let's see how this is going to go. Let me go and get a 15mm socket. So this is the rear box join, and I can't quite remember what this is like. This is sleeved, is how it would be originally, and I've had to put some muck around it to try and keep it tight and leak free. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna expect when this comes off. I'm pretty sure the problem is this bit, not the back box. So what I'm planning to do, I'm planning to leave the back box still attached to the car, and then assemble the new to me downpipe and the two new boxes, and see if I can do it that way and just muddle my way along. But let's get all these clamps off, and I think this is still quite loose, so it's not tight. You know what it's also like when I've been on there for years, you can never get them apart. But this join is not welded together with rust or anything. So let's get this clamp off. If I've got the strength, maybe I might just slide that off in a minute. I'm not feeling the strength at the moment. Just put that nut on there so I don't lose it. So I have taken health and safety precautions. I've not long been on the phone to my friend Ken, and he knows I'm a bit of a bugger sometimes. I'm not very health and safety conscious, shall we say. I don't do anything dangerous, but he does say, he always says, I hope you've got axle stands under there. Yeah, on ramps at the front, axle stands at the back, so the car is safe. I'm safe, and I've got the car chopped up at the front as well, so there's no chance of it rolling backwards or anything. It wasn't that funny. There we go. I think this is sleeved internally, but I put another sleeve externally to try and stop it from leaking. You know, keep the MOT man happy. I think it was picked up on the first MOT I had done on this that the exhaust had a leak. So it's always been a problem for me, this exhaust, but hopefully not much longer. Right. Let's put that out of the way. What am I going to do next? Undo the rubbers, I suppose. I actually, if you can see it, I can see it, I actually made this bracket here. So this bracket here would have originally had one welded on here that goes straight to this rubber mounting point. But when I dragged the car out of the garage, this original mounting bracket had just rusted away and dropped on the garage floor. So I actually made this bracket. So yeah, just thought I'd say that. Bit of useless information. You know, you have to get inventive, don't you, when you want to try and make things last a bit longer. I'm just wondering, do you know what, these rubber mountings, they never last long, do they? I mean, these were brand new 18 months ago when I got the car on the road, and they're perishing already. But I suppose that's, I was going to say aftermarket, but they weren't. They were proper, like, I think Claris, is that how you pronounce it? They were proper Claris rubbers, and they perished like mad. Right, just wondering if this is gonna, how this is gonna go. So, oh, she's on the move. I'm just wondering if I can get this out of the way. There we go. I think there's two on there. Right. Let's get this off. Go. Come on. Off you come. There we go. Right, that's that one off. There's the other one. There we go. Right, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. Look, there's movement in there, so I know this is going to come apart. I have to get this all to clean up. Right, what should I do next? What am I going to do? I think I need to get that out of there so I can drop it down to the floor, because I'm not sure if I'm going to get these downpipes out with that all connected, so I might have to get my reciprocating saw out and just cut those downpipes. Let's just, let me get out of the way in case this all drops to the ground. I need to get this rubber off here. I'm just wondering whether to undo that bracket. It might be easy just to undo that rather than trying to slide this off. If it'll do. Oh yeah, there we go. This can go back on afterwards. Before I put the exhaust on. Might make life a bit more easier. I think let's put a bit of juice on that. That is the Fast and the Furious. Snap this. Just go back and forwards a few times just to get the rust off the threads. to wind that back in. Just wondering. It's getting a bit tight. A bit more forwards and backwards action. There we go. That's it. Right. So there's the bracket off. I'll put that back on before I put the new exhaust on. Right. What am I going to do next? I think. See, that's nice and loose there, that joint. But I don't think I'm going to get enough movement forwards. Because. Oh, hello. We're going. No, it's not going to clear from that end. I think I'm going to have to cut through the exhaust. Right, let me just loosely assemble the new stuff just to make sure it's all going to be good. I think I might have just lost a bit of footage because I wasn't sure if I was recording or not. Oh well. So what I'm doing now, I've decided that to save doing any damage to the underneath of the car where the back box banging about, I'm going to disconnect it from this bracket, which I'm happy with because this is a new bracket I put on 18 months ago, so I know it's going to come undone easily. So I'm just going to drop the whole exhaust down to the floor, but I think I'm still going to have to cut the downpipes, or the old ones anyway, to get this off. So I'd rather do it that way. Right. Just get that on my shoulder. Hello, Dexter. Hello.
Hello, mate.
Alright.
We're just going to pop into town.
Okay. Right, you're going to sit. You're going to sit. Good boy. No. Yeah, but you're worth spoiling, aren't you? Yeah. Good boy. No, sit. Good boy. There we go.
There you go.
There you go. Good boy.
So I'll get this beast round the block.
I could throw you a biscuit. Ah, forgot I was still recording. Anyway, so I've got the exhaust on my shoulder, just so I can. That should spin round, but it's not. Never mind. Let's just put that washer there. This will drop to the ground now. There we go. Oh, that's a good sign. Maybe I will be able to get this out without. I'll have to go further down the front because I need. Right. If I can maybe separate that part. There we go. That's the back box separated. That's what I was hoping for, which is good. And that means I can inspect this end, which I hope is good. Just clean all that muck off. Let's put that out of the way. There we go. Another jobbed. Oh, job-ish. Let me just put that nut and washer on there so I don't lose it. Right, that's that. There's another clamp. Go in my box of bits. Chuck that down there. Right, let's move to the front and see if we can get the remainder of the exhaust out. I'm just seeing if I'm going to be able to feed this out. This might be easier said than done. I'm going to need to twist this. Well, it's not far off. I need to get a bit further off. Get underneath and have a look. Probably not the right thing to do, but oh, there we go. It needs to twist a little bit. There we go. There we go. I've got it. There we go. It's out. Whew. Right. How does it look up there? That's a bit odd. There's no gasket on here. Or is there? There should be a gasket. Oh yeah, there it is. I have got a new one. So there's the. It hasn't been blowing at the joint. I'm surprised it hasn't, because it's quite crumbly. Anyway, I've got a new gasket, so let's have a look up there, see if that needs any cleaning up. Shine the torch up there a bit to see what's going on up there. Make sure everything's all okay. Right, let's drag this exhaust out and we can have a look at it. So it looks pretty okay to me. Just laid them side by side just for comparison. Even though this bit here is quite a bit different to the original, when I laid it all on top of each other, this will exit in the right place. So but yeah, so you know, working our way backwards or forwards, should I say, then obviously, as you can see, flanges welded together and bodged together. I don't know why they ever done that. But anyway, so now we're going to have the proper connections, you know, flange to flange, and then these two slide in each other. Obviously that suffered a bit of damage in delivery, but I could straighten that out. Right, let's fit the new downpipe first. I'm going to go belt and braces on all the joints. So if let's just open this packet up, get this gasket out. So I don't believe that you're really meant to put jointing product on this, but I'm not going to go crazy and put a whole load of it on. But this is assembly paste, so I'm just going to put a smear around both sides. One, it'll hold it in place while I put the downpipe on, so I'm just going to put just enough, just a tiny bit around the jointing faces, just to take into account any unevenness on any of the faces. So just enough. I'm going to go crazy, doesn't need a lot, just needs enough just to create a nice gas tight seal. So let's just put the lid back on this. Now I'm not sure which way round this gasket goes. I've got a feeling. Let's have a look at the old one. So I don't suppose it really matters. So I'll just put enough paste on that just so it's going to hold it in position. Let me just put that up there. There we go. Right, that's on there. Hopefully that will stay in position. Let me get the downpipe, and I think I should get the bracket ready as well. That's all there anyway. Let's just move all that out of the way. Let me just pull the downpipe through. It's surprising how heavy all this is. So let's just slide that up there in position. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, might be a good idea just to loosely put the bracket on, I think. Just so it supports it a little bit. Lovely, face full of crustiness. There we go. I'm not going to do this all up tight, I'm just going to just loosely assemble it, just so I'm not overstraining on anything. There we go. Oh, that didn't go well, did it? Right, there we go. If I get that stud, just put that stud in there if I can. It's like a balancing trick, isn't it? Oh. Oh, nearly had it. Oh. This is a bit more fiddle than I thought it was going to be. Trouble is, you can't quite see what you're doing there. Oh, right. Right. Let's try something else. I just didn't want to put any undue strain on these bolts or anything. I think they're going to be okay, but I just don't want to chance it. Oh, I had that on there earlier. Won't go now. Come on. Go on. There we go. Right. Let's start again. If I just put a nut on there. Okay. Right. I'm just going to put that nut on there. Just to stop that bracket slipping off. There we go. Right. The nut's on there. Let's start by threading these these nuts back on. Actually, if I go up between there, I hope you can see this and my nut's not in the way. I can't see from here, sorry about this. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I've been dead lucky with this, really. I've been so lucky with everything that's come undone and going back together. It could be a whole lot worse. You could be dealing with snap studs, strip threads, rounded nuts. Yeah, you know what it's like. You've been there. It can be a whole world of pain. But I've just been so lucky. Let's go for that one. Can't seem to quite. For some reason, my phone keeps. Well, I'm absolutely chuffed to bits how that went. I've now solved all my exhaust problems with the BMW e28. Massive thank you to Fritz Bits for supplying the downpipe. They're not sponsoring this video. It's not advertising for them. Just very grateful that they had a downpipe. The guy told me that it looks like it was the last one he had. I'd forgotten all about that company. They've been around for many, many, many years, and just didn't even give it a thought. And by Googling, I came across them, sent them a message. The guy that, I don't know if he owns the company or runs the company, messaged me straight back, gave his phone number. We had a conversation on the phone. Absolutely brilliant service. So yeah, chuffed to bits that I got that. And of course, the other bits came from Autodoc in Germany. And to be honest, considering they were aftermarket parts, there was a little bit of fettling, but fitted brilliantly in the end. So yeah, I'm over the moon. So I've now got a perfect leak-free or gas-free, whatever you want to call it, gas-tight exhaust system, and the car now sounds how it should sound. It's yeah, it's brilliant. So I did have a few videoing issues. My phone, I didn't realise my phone had just got overloaded with videos. I thought I'd deleted them to create space, but so there's some missing footage, sadly. But yeah, it's all done. I mean, if you've got this far into the video, really appreciate it. Always do. You know, like, subscribe, click the notification bell for upcoming videos. If you want to share it, you know. So what's next? I'm not sure, but in about a week or so's time, I'm going to be on my holiday. I'm on a 2-week cruise, so I doubt I'm going to get any footage created to cover those 2 weeks. So let's see. Apologies for that. Even though I'm retired, I am a very busy person doing all sorts of other stuff, helping people out. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and thank you for watching. Bye.